Recording main camera, done that already. Recording, bang. Recording second camera, white balance track. Hi there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mark's Modern Madness, and today we've got something new, different. Different to me, new to me. As you can see, you probably read the title and saw the thumbnail. This is a CT-3-5 Soviet artillery tractor, it says here. Little tiny tracked vehicle, sort of like a tiny van with tractor tracks. Or a tiny pickup with tank tracks instead of wheels. So why did I get this? I saw this when I was browsing through Halifax Models World website. Link below if you're interested, if you're anywhere near Halifax. And I saw this image and I thought, yeah, I'm going to buy that. Just how could you not like this little thing? Look at it. Yeah, even the little driver there looking quite calm and serene. Yeah, isn't it just? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is a model kit in 135th scale. Sorry, in 1/35th scale by Zvesda there, and it is model number. Does it have a model number? Well, let's take a quick look around the box, and we'll probably find the model number as we're doing. Move that out of the way for the moment. Picture on the front there, hidden by the light. Zoom in a little bit, I think. Right then. I'm going to go on the top, on the bottom. On this side we have some Zvesda stuff. Says APT 3663, which I believe is the model number, is the number of this kit. Tells you what colours you use. There's Zvesda colours there and Tamiya colours. So as a Tamiya favourite, I'm going to be using Tamiya's. Decal sheet. Tiny little decal sheet, which includes control panel, dashboard. Then you've got lots of writing here. Manufactured by Zvesda, blah blah blah. Not suitable for children under 3 years of age because of small parts. Over here, more bits and pieces, and it's basically 12 centimeters long, built up barcode and stuff. On this side, let me see, we have some other stuff. So it's basically the information that you'll see in the lid, model, blah, 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 all in Russian, I believe. On this side, we have some adverts for some other kits made by Zvesda. These are 1/35th scale kits, tank, car, another tank there. This side, same as the other side, and the price tag, $36.99 from Halifax Model as well. On the back, we have pictures of a built and painted and weathered model kit, looking very nice, and Russian and English telling you about the vehicle itself. If you want to read that, I'll zoom in a bit. There you go. Pause if you want to read it. Serial production of the artillery tractor was launched in 1937. So it's an old little vehicle. To be honest, I thought it was a bit more modern than that. 50s, something like that. But I keep hitting the microphone. It's over here. It's over here. Yeah, it looked like it was something from the 1950s, but mainly going by the tracks, the tank tracks suggested a later design. But yeah, anyway, there you go. Now let's go back to the front and let's take a look at what's inside the box. So it's all taped up there. Knife, got a little curvy knife again. There you go. That's the sideways opening box, but I can feel there's a box inside this box, so that's correct. So I've got like a more heavy duty cardboard box inside this slip double box. Nothing else in there. I'll put you to the side for the moment. There you go. And what do we have here? Where do we open you up? I like the fact this box is really nice and strong and well packed and stuff like that. So inside we've got a lot more stuff than I expected. Right, so it's all green plastic, very large instruction manual here. Another piece of paper here, which is stuff in multiple languages. So basically it's warnings and stuff in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 languages. So virtually all the European languages and Japanese. Info for UK only. The Hobby Company Limited, Garforth Place, Knoll Hill, Milton Keynes. So I guess that's the English, the UK importer. Anyway, as I said, there's a lot of stuff in here. Some more paperwork down here. Have a look. We've got the clear parts right at the bottom. I'll put them on the top because I don't want them to get down. And the clear parts have the decals with them. So you've got a nice little colourful painting sheet, colour sheet. Tells you where to put the decals and what colours, where to paint the colours and so on. And there you go. So this is my first ever Zvesda kit. And like I said, the only reason I bought it is because I really like the look of this little vehicle. It just looks adorable. Okay. Anyway, let's put this aside for a moment and do the usual. And we'll take a look at the paperwork. Glass is sliding down. Anyway, big piece of paper. So bigger than A4. See, I thought this said behave. Anyway, all in Russian and English and then other languages. So on the top there, you've got the vehicle, the black and white rendition of the colour painting that you see in the box. Down here, camera still recording, the battery's running flat, damn. Down here, you got model assembling versions. So it tells you that you can do 3 versions. One without the top, one with partial top, gantry, whatever you call those, and one with full top. And so there we go. So unlike the previous kit I did, this one tells you what versions you can build right at the beginning, which is helpful already. Next page. Let's see if we can get most of this in. There you go. So page, there's no page numbers, but anyway, you got sprue maps A, B, C, D, and E. Not in any particular order, it would appear. And down here, yeah, I don't know what that says. Over here, oh yeah, we got some English. Black arrow, glue to a detail on the specified place. Clear arrow to establish a detail on the specified place without glue. Question mark, assembling version, and this little double-sided arrow. Repeat assembling at the other side. So we begin with the engine. So it looks like we've got a fully nicely detailed engine. Lots of I'm guessing you're going to get a lot of little parts in this thing. So engine assembly, this first page has 8 assembly bits which are all put together an engine. Looks like a 4-cylinder straight inline engine. Lots of bits in it, so it's going to be very nicely detailed. So there's a little tiny kit in itself, the engine. Yeah. So at the bottom here you get to the chassis rails or engine mounts. Next page. Next page. Start at the top here. This we have build sections 9 to 13 on this page. Down the side here, you got one big long building thing. Looks like you're adding bits to, is it a gearbox or something like that? Transfer box, whatever, going onto the some parts inside the driving inside the car, inside the vehicle. Some suspension pieces there. Oh, no, they're not suspension pieces. I don't know what these things are. Just like some sort of thing that mounts to the vehicle, like sort of a tractor thing. And so you've built all these bits here. This is section 9A. So trying to understand how this is put together. You have this section, it says 9A, 9B, 9C, and those. So all these 9A, 9 build parts culminate in the main part 9. So you build these bits together and then you assemble them into the parts that you've built already. So it goes on. Yeah, fairly clear. It takes a bit of looking at, but you can see what we're doing. Next page, we've got sections 14 to 17 inclusive. 14 up there, down to 17. So 14, you start building the wheels. The main road wheels are 4 sets of 2. 2 sets per side, and it shows you that you build that one. You got all the painting bits there for it there, and then you build another 2 of those for one side, 2 of these for the other side. Assemble them into the chassis that you've already built in the previous sections, and you go onto the tracks. Now it looks like we've got link and length tracks for this, going by this build over there. So it looks like you build them, blah, 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 wrap them around the wheel to the procedure for building these things, for assembling these things, is fairly basic. You put together the links, and before the glue dries you curl it into shape over the wheel, the idler wheel, return roller there, or the drive sprocket there, and then keep it to the right, hold it to shape until it dries hard enough, hold it to shape until it fully dries, and that should be the way it's done, and that should be okay. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. At least I hope you do. So that's all 14, 15. Putting the tracks in. Now it's got an either or option for assembling the tracks. So I'm not sure what that means, because you only got one set of tracks. So I guess we'll find out later. Down here you've got some internals into the cabin. There's even the what do you call these things? Medical box. Just words just disappeared out of my head. I'll remember it later, I'm sure of it. And so you're building the internals, the cover for the engine. So it looks like you've got the engine's actually in the cab. It would look like. So these pieces, these side parts, number 35, D35, and the top bit are the cover, the housing for the engine. And there's a little piece here, which I think. Oh yeah, so this is telling you how to assemble these pieces here, which appear to be the foot pedals. There you go. Anyway, next page. What do we have here? Got build sections 18 all the way down to 22 inclusive on this page. So you're putting in the seats for the drivers and some more controls. Then you put in the front. Then you assemble in the front of the vehicle. Headlights, some blanking plate there, windscreens rather, little covers for the headlights, little what's it called, eyelids, sort of thing, and part number 20A appears to be, no, that's the colour, sorry. This part here, which is assembled over here, is the radiator panel. Was there 2 D19s? Because you've got put D19, put it in there. Then down here you have a D19 again, which is fit 30. Okay, a little bit confused with that one, but I'm sure it'll be self-explanatory when you start building the kit, when you start looking at the parts, etc. Because over here you've got the radiator, but this part here looks hollow. So anyway, you drop all part 18 gets dropped onto the vehicle with the front part 19, and back here you have assembling even more stuff into the cockpit, into the cabin, into the interior of the vehicle, including panel. So you've got two options for the control panel. There's decals for that. And then you go on to the next page with build sections 23 down to 26. So 23 up here, which is putting the doors on, grating over the radiator, some other bits, little bumper, little thing that goes on top to like a shade over the windscreen. But before you do that, you're going to build all the bits down the side here. So for section 23, you build it, you're putting together the doors, the front bumper. Then for section 24, just on its own there. Section 25, putting together these bits here, which is all the back, the main back of the vehicle, and this is where you have options. So it looks like you build the whole thing as usual, for all three versions rather, which is basically the main back rear storage area. Flatbed, is that right? So I'm not that good with vehicle terms, particularly utility vehicles, or military utility vehicles for that. Anyway, so basically building together the back with the side walls and so on, and then you place them onto the vehicle. So yeah, I would say now that I quite like how they've designed this build process. It's fairly similar to something I've seen on Tamiya kits. Where you have a subsection here and then which goes into the main section there. So, yeah, and then you've got the back page, which has a little number stamp there, 240603, which would suggest to me that that's the 2024 June, 3rd of June 2024. Or it could be, of course, it could be the 6th of March 2024. Who knows? So, version 1, you're putting in a whole sort of these boxes here. So there's a big box which goes in there, and these three things, and which will go up against the back. Version 2, you're assembling these parts 55, it says there, D37. No, that's the paint colour. Don't want to get confused again like I did with the previous kit. So that little star with a number, that's the paint colour. And it's a D37, A24 and D37 parts. So they're basically the I don't know what to call these things. They go on top of it's what you would normally place the to hold the cover, the tarpaulin that covers the vehicle. And then you've got the other version here, which is the version 3, where you're putting the whole covering on it, the roof and sides. See, now I'd have thought that you'd need to put these in so I can put the covers on top of them, but it's treating them as separate items. So maybe that's how maybe it's just doing that way because that's how the kit, because it works better for the kit that way, or maybe I don't know. It would make more sense to me if you put these railings on top to support the roof and the sides, but what do I know? And keep checking the camera because it's running out of battery, very low, it's flashing red. So anyway, and then down here you got what I believe may be a fuel tank, which goes, where does it go? On the back of the cab, just in front of the flatbed that you then drop onto the vehicle, onto the chassis. Yeah. Thoughts on the instruction manual? Not bad. As I said, my first Zvesda kit, so this is fairly well laid out. I can understand what's going on without too much trouble, and I'm fairly certain that it'll make even more sense when you got the parts together and you're assembling it all. So there you go. Instruction manual done. Not so bad actually, I quite like this instruction manual, it makes sense to me. So yeah, there you go. instruction manual for the STZ-5 Soviet artillery tractor. Let's take a look at some plastic. But first I'm going to change the battery on this thing because yeah, you're dying. Right then, plastic cardboard box. So in here, as you can see, we've got lots of plastic. There's this very crinkly plastic bag. Still got some more bits of paper. The warning sheet, as you saw before, and the colour paint markings, numbers of the decals. So over here it tells you that the little star is with a number. That's the number of the paint, and it is the Zvesda paint. But right next to them you got the Tamiya version. So yeah, fairly straightforward, no problem there. I think I can work that out. Telling you how to insert the decals, or place the decals rather, down here, and where they go. So I'm assuming that it's the same on the other side of the vehicle. So we've got the little decals there. So while we have them in hand, we'll take a look at the decals first. Tiny little blue decal sheet, 2 stars, control panel there, dashboard rather, and a couple of numbers, and that's it. A little red cross for the medical kit. Something like that. Anyway, so put this away for the time being, and let's take a look at the clear plastic, as that's the first sprue that's come to mind. So clear plastic is very clear, very flat, very plasticky. Well, very polystyrene is what I need to say. So what does it say here? So you got the little model kit number over there, 3663-C. This is sprue C, so I guess the -C, and all the clear parts. There's quite a few of them. So all the larger ones, including these 2 here, which are curved, are very even, flat and clear. You've got the 2 small, these little smaller rectangles aren't very even. You can see there's like mold marks. Basically, they're not flat. You can definitely see there is a distortion in the plastic with that one there, for example. See the larger ones, they're very flat, no distortion. Can you read the decal underneath it? Yep. I mean, you can see through them quite well, but there's, yeah, you can see that massive distortion happening there, and you really don't get it with that one. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8, something like that. Yeah, so that's the clear parts. Right then, let's dive into this big bag of parts. Now, as you can see, there's quite a lot of parts. Considering how small this kit is, this model is, it's there's a lot of bits in it. So the big scissors out, and let's cut my way in. It's been a while since I've seen green plastic. In fact, I'd say the last time I did see green plastic was when I was building a Tamiya tank kit back in the very old days ago. Right, put you somewhere safe for the time being, and let's get this first sprue off the top. So this one is sprue E, and it's that way up. And this sprue E, contains mostly chassis bits and the bits that go underneath the vehicle, a lot of the oily bits and stuff. Tells you over there that this is sprue E 3663-E, if you can see, so you know what you're looking at. First overview of this. The parts are neat and crisp and clear, and so far not a hint of flash. Actually, I'd go as far as to say that even the mold lines, the separation lines, the parts where the two molds come together, because sometimes you get a bit of a line from the side. I can't see, well, I can see some on this part, for example, but it looks like they're there deliberately. For example, you've got the round parts, which have a very, very thin, almost non-existent part. This part here, which is a little piping bit, is very clean, almost no separation lines, so that's pretty good. So that sort of thing can sometimes be an issue with skinny parts like these, but again, it all looks beautiful. So once you get a bit of paint on this, it looks like it's going to go together very well, or look very good. I'm not sure how fine the tolerances are on these kits, on those Zvesda kits. I mean, they could be very fine, which means painting it could be painting it before assembly could be a bit of a hazard, because with very well engineered, tightly engineered kits, that sort of thing can make assembling parts tricky. Basically means if you paint it before you assemble it, then you're going to need to remove the paint off the contact surfaces, otherwise they're not going to fit together properly. But there you go. I can see right here the little dashboard, so put some decals onto that. Yeah, so very nice. No quibbles here. So that is the first sprue we've looked at, sprue E. Another sprue, a much larger sprue. This one is a sprue B, says in the corner there. Just wondering, is the green plastic visible against this very grey background? So if you get it up into the light, it looks okay. Same story as before. The design and moulding of these parts is very clean and clear, very sharp. No, I can't see any issues even with mold lines, so it's very, very good. Last time I saw moulding this good, I was looking at a man kit, so one wonders if there's any association between this company and the Chinese or Japanese companies. I wonder. So this sprue contains most of the cab, the front of the cab, the back of the cab. Is it the back of the cab? Or the floor of the cab, maybe. That'll be the back, the sides, doors, the front. Is there a radiator which would fit into this space here? The engine block there, one side of the engine, other side of the engine over here. Some oil pan, sump, whatever. Most of these pieces are single-sided, except for this one, which is double-sided. But on the back side, on the back side of virtually all these parts, there is pushpin marks, except on the doors, which are double-sided. So that door, this door here, both sides very clean. So that's that's something that's going to be visible on both sides, particularly if you were to pose it with the doors open, which looks like it's going to be very easily possible. That's a very good sign. So, so that part there is double-sided as well. That's an engine bit, so you could have put a nice big push pin right in the middle there, but they've chosen not to, which is pretty good, I guess. My finger in the microphone. Stop doing that. Anyway, so that is yeah, sprue E. Sorry, that is sprue B. Yeah, there, have a nice close look at that. Let's do it like that. Sprue B, everybody. Next one off the top, we have sprue number letter D. So this one contains lots of running gear, some tracks. So I'm guessing there's going to be two of this one. And am I correct? Yes, I am. So we got two sprue letter D. Move them away because they're both identical. Yeah, well, both identical, obviously, and because they both got the same number, so they would be identical. The radiator there, which I was looking at before, hoping to see, drive sprocket, and basically just picking out the bits that I recognise. You know, you've got the track there, another piece of track there, link and length track. Got some links over here, some short lengths. So there's only three of those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the road wheels here. Return sprocket or idler. Return idler. What is it? Yeah. Yeah. Lots of very tiny parts. I would have probably been a bit more. Well, I would have expected actually to see the track links to all be in roughly the same area, especially as they all appear to be slightly different. So this one here, number 17, has got a slightly different curve on it than these three here, which are number 26, or these 5 here, number 26. And then you've got this little here, 29, which are slightly different shape to them again. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 29s. So looks like, because the previous kits I've seen, the links have all been identical. You just glue them together. These are, well, there's 3 different shapes of track, of link. So that is fairly interesting. A nice bit of detail molding there. Lots of tiny little pieces like this there. Again, just run my finger across it on the join side, and I can't feel a seam. So yeah, this is a very beautifully molded, very clean and highly toleranced molds. In other words, the two halves of the mold have come together very neatly to make a very clean and final product. Yeah, nothing bad to say about anything yet so far. So yeah, so far we're on the green sprues. We're a bit of a 10 out of 10 so far. And that there is a sprue D, of which there are 2. Put that aside. Next sprue off the top is sprue A. Back to the beginning. So sprue A contains most of the back end of the vehicle, the pickup side of it, if you like. You've got the side walls, side tarpaulins, the side walls which are made of wood. There is a bit of a wood texture, well, a hint at a wood texture on those things, which with a little color paint and stuff, it should look nice. And let's quick look at the box. Yeah, so basically it is green painted, but I want to figure out where to paint it green, but make it look like wood painted green. So yeah, so I think there's some very fine grain, wood grain texture on that, so that's very nice. Some other pieces, there's a piece of length of rope or chain, not chain, cable, bit of a tall cable there. I'll do something to the phone. Hold on. There we go. Turn it off. Oh, that warning was a Flugzeugwerk started a live video. So if you follow me on Instagram, go have a look. Seems to be a bit of a DJ. Yeah, so it'll be if that particular live is anything like the other one I looked at, is him doing his DJ thing, playing music. So if you fancy a bit of a bop, just go live and have a listen and have a door and have a bit of a bop as well. Anyway, back to the kit. As I mentioned, the size of it, blah blah blah. Fuel tank, I think it's a fuel tank, probably the diesel tank. The two pieces there, with the little inlet hose. Is it inlet hose or outlet hose? It'll, I don't know what you call that sort of thing. Yeah, anyway, if you know what you'd call that, but it's at the bottom of the thing, so it's not going to be the input hole. It'll be unless it's a separate tank at the bottom, because that's probably what it is actually. So you got the fuel tank there, so that's probably an oil tank. That's how these things work. So basically, what it looks like to me is I've got two tanks, one on top of the other, which is why there's that line down there. Yeah, that's my guess. But if you know better, feel free to educate me, or just tell me if you like. That'd be better. Yeah. So again, no issues with any of the parts here. Everything's nice and neat and crisp and tidy. Yeah, looking very pretty. So I'm going to enjoy building this kit. Have a quick close look at these. A hint at wood grain on the wooden panels there. These fabric, you can see the fabric texture into there. The little tank halves we've looked at. The double-sided pieces, these have absolutely no push pin marks because they're all pushed onto the side. So that's another good sign of a well-designed kit, in my opinion. Anyway, that is sprue A. And last but not least, we have sprue letter, where is it? I can't see it. There isn't one. Anyway, this is sprue A. So it's down there, 3663-A. And this is the top of the cabin and the flatbed and the front and back of the flatbed cover on the roof. Some chassis rails there. It's got a spade over there, this little bar. Don't know what that is for. And this thing here, which I assume is a collection of, or would be a collection of rods, which put together make one big long rod. So it is an artillery support vehicle, I believe it says. So basically they're carrying the ammunition that and maintenance for the tanks, maybe. Just a guess on my part, anyway. So you've got the roof of the cab there, which is double-sided. So the inside is very neat, what you'd expect. No push pins in that part again. The flatbed itself, again, is also double-sided with no push pins on it. So fairly large area to not have any push pins. So they know what they're doing with their molds. Little spade there, shovel, whatever you want to call it, and all along, all in all, a bit of dust there, a very nicely molded kit. Yeah, so that's again, that's a very nicely put together kit. What can I say? What can I say? It is much. It's going to sound a bit condescending, but I wasn't expecting it to be this good. The mouldings in all the sprues to be very nice and very cleanly done. Again, this is the sort of thing that I normally expect from a Tamiya kit. And Tamiya kit, yeah. What I normally expect from a Tamiya kit, and this is very much surpassed my expectations. But then the clue to the quality of this should have been in the price. Is £37 for what is a relatively little kit, little vehicle, and yeah. Speaking of the price, $36.99. I did look at it online at other places, and the average price for this thing is about £36. So I haven't. I could have bought it cheaper elsewhere, but we're talking only £33, but then you got postage add on top of that. So with a lot of these things, so unless it's post free £33, then maybe it's worth waiting a week to get it. But I can go to the shop and just have a look and get it and buy some paints and stuff for them there as well. Some other stuff. It's worth it to me. Yeah, let's ignore the the train fare return of around £10 on top of that. But then I did get to go to other places as well, so it wasn't just straight to the shop and back. Yeah, because I did buy it on last Monday. Is not, yeah, it was a week ago Monday, and so basically that was my 6 months dentist visit. So went to the dentist. Yeah, I don't like going to the dentist, but things need to be done. So I've got 2 teeth missing because of my neglecting of my teeth. So yeah, so hopefully if I keep at it, I shouldn't lose any more teeth. So yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. It was a journey to Leeds to go to the dentist. So I bought a bus and train day over, which gives me unlimited travel for the day on trains and buses within the West Yorkshire area. So yeah, so it was worth it. Anyway, that is it for this kit. Again, so final thoughts on this little beauty. Yeah, I will confess that I did look to see if Mini Art had their own version of this little kit, and apparently they don't. Or at least I couldn't find one. If Mini Art do have a version of this, then let me know. But then I'm fairly certain that it would have cost around the same price as this, if not more. And quite frankly, for the amount of detail and on the parts that they are in this kit, fairly certain Mini Art would have been about the same. So yeah, I did look to find if anybody else made one, and just type in the name of this vehicle, and Zvesda is the only one that came up. So so either they've cornered the market on this particular model, this particular vehicle, or nobody else is interested in making it, which is surprising to me. I'm fairly certain that's not the case, but if you know anybody else who's manufacturing this kit, then let me know. At this scale, rather 1/35. Let me know. I'll probably will buy it just to compare it, because that's the kind of person I am. Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of comparisons, for future projects in mind, I do have about 7 kits of the same vehicle, all different manufacturers, and the plan with that one is to compare all of them to see which I like better, which is the best, and prices for those particular kits. I won't tell you what it is yet. You'll have to wait and see. It's going to be late summer, autumn before I get around to that thing, I think. But you're looking at kits costing anywhere between £15 and £40 for the same vehicle at the same scale. So and you can guess who the cheapest ones are. No, it wasn't Rivel. Oh, what are you doing? Anyway, that's it for this video. This First Look Friday, which I just said. And yeah, if you got this far to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, tell your friends. If you didn't like it, tell me why, and help me make a better video for next time. Thanks very much for watching, and take care, everybody.